I am delusionally infatuated, like literally infatuated with this man. Like I don't know how to explain this. It's just like I want to follow him. He has this charisma.
Is
He
it
has
his?
this way of like just. I feel like anywhere I go with him, we're gonna succeed just because I'm with Buggy. I just feel safe. I welcome you guys aboard like my ship. I am building a Buggy church cult. Like I literally have a Buggy church like in my Discord. I'm telling you, we are raising an army.
What for what? Why? Why are you raising an army,
just
mate?
to,
So do you have like a favorite arc? What would you say?
ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like my favorite arc is like universally liked. It's not like anything crazy. Like and I really have good reasons to like this arc. It's like I group them together because the other one that I'm gonna group it with is like so short that it makes no sense to be an arc on
I'm
itself.
so
Because it's like
curious. I'm so
it's like 20
curious.
episodes. So it's Marineford with Impel Down. This is nothing surprising, shocking. Everybody
Oh,
loves
yeah.
Marineford.
Yeah.
But like me, it speaks very much volumes to me because it's not just like, oh, the big war, the fights, the power scaling. Like, if anything, the power scaling was ass. So it's not about that.
Yeah.
But and I wasn't even into power scaling back then. Like I was an innocent child.
Yeah.
So...
Before you got into the mud with the degenerates
oh, yeah,
down here.
I went to the rabbit hole. The toxicity. But I really like it because I even rewatched it like 2 or 3 times. This is how much I love this arc. I think it's where like I really fell in love with Ace because Ace is like my favorite character. I even have an Ace tattoo. I feel like I always say this to everybody I meet. And you can see the Ace chocolate.
Yeah, he's chilling.
Yeah, these are my 3 favorite characters, so that's why they're here. But so what I like about, I always liked Sabo ever since his introduction in Alabasta. But it's just that like in there I was able to like just relate to him and like get attached so much to him. Like how he was like searching for his purpose. Even when he was sitting down with like Garp on the boat, I still remember, and Garp was telling, and he was asking like, am I allowed to live? Like, do I have the right to live? And then Garp told him like what is, like, he was asking like, what is the meaning of my life? Like, am I allowed to live? And then Garp told him like, that's the beauty of life. You have to live to go to understand that. And it just spoke so much volumes to me because like all of us, I think that somehow at some point in our lives we go through this moment where like, okay, what am I supposed to do? What is my purpose in this life? Like, what am I doing here? And I feel like Ace always felt like he was not allowed to live because of like, his lineage, because of like, his dad, and he always had to like go, like he didn't want to go through like the steps of his father as well. He rejected it so much that he wanted to make Whitebeard, like the king instead of himself. So and even when we go to Marineford, we get there and he's like on the platform and he looks around, he's like, why are you guys here? And he sees like Oz Jr. coming to him and he sees everybody's dying. He starts crying and brawling and like, you guys actually came from me? Like, he didn't understand how much he was loved and how and that the fact that he had every right to be here and to live, no matter how criminal his dad was, no matter who he was, no matter what family name he had, because it's not about your family name, it's not about your name, it's about like just the value of your own life. You as a person, what you went through, you are not your father, you are another person, you're your own entity. And when he just hugged Luffy and said, thank you for loving me,
that was a pretty
what's
sad
crazy?
moment. Yeah,
I went the voice actor of Ace, Japanese voice actor, came to Otakuthon, which is in Montreal, which is a convention, anime convention. I went there and I went to ask him a question. And I told him, can you reenact the thank you for loving me? And he reenacted the whole thing, and the whole like the whole place, we almost all cried. It was beautiful. When you have him say it in front of you with the emotions, oh my god. And he was explaining to us everything and how he felt as a voice actor. He was like, I felt like something was dying inside of me. He said it was so sad at the studio that day that even Luffy, the voice actor of Luffy, couldn't continue. They had to stop. And she had to come back for another day to continue the recording.
That's
like,
so sad.
So I was like, you know what? Like, the person who was the most hurting was probably the voice actor, not even us. But to get back to the arc, there was all of this. There was also the Sabo, Ace, and Luffy, moments flashback and everything that led to this whole arc. It was so beautiful. I just could like relate to it. I could relate to Ace. I loved it so much. And I'm a huge Whitebeard fan. So like for me, family is super important. I would love to like have a family on my own in the future. I would love to like just like sit down, have meals like around people that I love. And what I loved about Whitebeard is the fact that you don't need to like have like it doesn't need to be your direct family. You can create your own family, and that really spoke a lot to me, because I'm close to my direct family, but I'm not close to my outside family.
Mm.
And I feel like my friends are also part of my family. And I really love the fact that he was an orphan, and he just like he realized his dream. He became the father of all of these children, lost children, where he was like just taking care of them. He embraced them. And I love embracing people as well. I love taking care of people. So this also spoke a lot to me. So I feel like this arc, like beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful, like it's so beautiful. And then Impel Down, well, Buggy, I'm a huge Buggy worshipper. Like, guys, if you join my Discord, the message you get is if you want the buggy roll, if you want the buggy roll, I will personally ping him, and she will personally bestow upon you the highest honor to worship our Lord and Savior Buggy the Clown, the future Pirate King.
Oh my
This is literally the
gosh.
message you get. This is literally the message you get. I'm a huge Buggy fan. I love how he's a goofy character. He's like started from the bottom. He's here and he's able to make it. Fake it till you make it. We're all Buggies. In One Piece, I'm sure we would all be Buggy. And I love how lucky he is. I just love him so much. So it's both of these arcs. Sorry, I spoke so much.
No, that's perfect. I was gonna ask why it would have been your favorite arc, and that's what's hilarious is you had like this long and in-depth, beautiful essay about Marineford, and then when you got to Impel Down, you were like, I mean, Buggy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you started it. You were just like,
It's so
Buggy.
hard to dislike. I don't understand people who dislike him. I don't understand. Maybe listen. I am delusionally infatuated, like literally infatuated with this man. Like I have like I don't know how to explain this. It's just like I want to follow him. He has this charisma. This way of like just. I feel like anywhere I go with him, we're gonna succeed just because I'm with Buggy. I just feel safe. It's weird to say this. Like I'm like, oh, we're gonna succeed. He's gonna get to Laugh Tale one way or another, bro. It's happening.
You think he's gonna? So are you? Do you think he's gonna get there before Luffy?
I think he's gonna get there. I do believe he's gonna get there first, but he's not gonna like find like he's not gonna be the one who finds the One Piece first. It has to be Luffy that finds the One Piece first. But he's gonna get there probably like in the first people, and he's gonna be like, I don't know, like by accident. Probably by accident.
That'd be so funny. Oh my god.
Yo, honestly, knowing him, and also Morgan is gonna think that Buggy was the one who found the One Piece and put it in all the newspapers that he's the Pirate King, but actually in reality it's Luffy. That's probably the whole gimmick. That's like I can see it happening.
That would make Luffy so pissed. He would be so hot if that happened. Oh my gosh. We just got like a sermon. Like how does it feel to have indoctrinated like all of the listeners to this when we put it out like into the Buggy cult that you're a part of?
I welcome you guys aboard like my ship. I am building a Buggy church cult. Like I literally have a Buggy church like in my Discord. I'm telling you, we are raising an army.
What for what? Why? Why are you raising an army, mate?
Just to preach and pray to our Lord and Savior Buggy. Listen, Buggy, our man's. I love Buggy. Yeah, I have so many figurines of this man.
Oh my gosh.
I even did a Buggy cosplay.
Oh my gosh, this is the Buggy fan club. This is the Buggy fangirl club. That's what this is.
You think this is I'm everything you think fan understatement. I'm telling you.
It's about devotion, isn't it, Hime? It's about devotion, pledging yourself.
I'm telling you, every time he appears either in the anime or in the chapter, I'm like 10 out of 10 chapter. I don't even need to read more. I'm like I just bow down. Ora, you cooked with this man.
Was it love at first sight, or did he have to win you over?
Okay, so listen.
In Orange Town.
I saw him in Orange Town, and I was like, he's cool. I like him. He's different. He's a clown. He's funny. But he really, like, the moment where I was like, this is him. This is him. You know when you ask yourself like, when do you know it's the right person?
When do you know who your
Feel
cult
it.
leader is? You'll know.
Listen,
You'll know.
you will feel it. You will feel it. And I saw like Marineford, Impel Down. Yo, Buggy Impel Down. By the way, hear me out. Anyway, but but I'm telling you, in Impel Down, I saw it and I was like,
Something was it the nose? It was the red nose,
this
wasn't
is
it?
like something like a flame, you know, like just like
Flame.
just out inside of me. And I was like, this
No
is my
way.
captain.
Buggy turned you into a firebender. That's crazy. Listen,
Literally.
I like it though. I like that's how I felt when I saw Boa Hancock, Vice Admiral Dahl.
Oh God! Oh my God! And
Listen. She on the wrong side is all I got to say.
You know what? I feel this way about Hina, man. Hina.
Oh, that's fair.
My girl, bro.
That's fair. I definitely
She
like
can
her
cage
too.
me with her rib cage, bro.
And Dahl can punch the daylights out of me. Just like that's, to each their own. And she's on the wrong side. I needed to come
Listen,
over.
we love our dummy mommies, okay? That's fine.
Of course.
No,
Of course.
no judgment here.
Okay, thank God. Yeah, because that's true. That's all. I even like Sadie Chuan. Like, I think that you remember
Yo,
that?
Sadie, honestly, I even made a short clip about rated woman in One Piece that like I really love, and Sadie was in there because she's honestly underrated. She's a baddie, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
hello?
Absolutely.
Nobody talks about her.
And they should. Well, it's because she was just like a dominatrix inside a prison.
Yeah.
I guess it's like we need to see her and other stuff. I've seen enough. I think she's ready to join the crew. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
When did you just always know like you were gonna? Because Orangetown is crazy. Like, was there a moment where you like that you had to wait
honestly,
to get to like be
no,
like?
No, but it's honestly in Impel Down. That's when
That
I
was when.
totally like got devoted to him.
Mhm.
And also when we saw him in Marineford, when he was like, yo, bro. He
was
so
live
because
streaming the whole thing.
You know what? Yes, it was just so hilarious. He was live streaming. I just loved how I just love how he keep falling back upward. Like
Yeah.
he does things and people
He's
are like,
great at that.
oh, Buggy-sama, I can't believe you thought of this. You're so smart. And he's like, yes. And then he says like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
And it
just
got him
love this
far.
gimmick.
How did you feel about? Because like
Imposter syndrome.
I want to know how you feel about when he, like the most recent Buggy moment where he was like, let's go get the One Piece. How did you feel? Did that light something up inside you?
You know what? I never stopped believing. I'm telling you, since Impel Down, I was like, this man's gonna become something big. And you know what? He became big things. He was a warlord first, then he became an emperor. And then everybody's like, oh, it's all luck. It's all... No. It's destiny. It's fate, and it had to happen. And it is with time. It is proving to us why he deserved these titles. And even the Pirate King thing, like I told you, I kept like believing so much. I had faith in my boy, and he's gonna get there. He's getting there. He's getting to great heights. And I'm pretty sure now that like how in One Piece it's all about will. Haki is like related to your will, how big your will is, how much like you believe in your ambitions and all of these things. That's how you become stronger. That's why like a lot of like villains in the East Blue are weak because they don't have any more ambitions. And that's why like some other people like they have more ambitions like in the Grand Line. That's why they become stronger with time, blah blah blah. So I think that Buggy always had it in him. He has, when you think about it, he has like one of the most broken devil fruits. Like no swordsman can kill him. Like literally Mihawk with the black blade cannot cut Buggy.
That is crazy.
Let's put this out there.
That is crazy.
Let's put this out there. So yeah, exactly. So he's still like very like he's very strong. So I think that the moment where he understood that he has a mission, he has like he understood like this is my will, this is what I want to do. He regained the ambitions. He had them when he was a kid with Shanks. Now he regained the ambition. That's where he's gonna become strong now. That's why he's gonna show us his strength. That's why he's gonna go through adversity and have his Haki blooms, unlock whatever Haki maybe conquers. Whatever he has, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. And then his Emperor title will make sense. And him like
true.
Like whatever happens to him, like I'm telling you, everything's gonna make sense. The pieces are gonna all come together.
So do you think we should put on our One Piece bingo cards that Buggy the Clown will have Conqueror's Haki? You think that is for sure? 100%. Oh my!
Yeah, that's like written in the sky. Like
that's written. She said that's written in the stars. It's gonna happen, baby. It's happening. Oh my gosh, that is, I mean, that's belief. That was a great moment though. I really like how Buggy is like, because you really feel for him. Like, it's like you really feel for everything. And I remember thinking, I used to think he just hated Shanks for like no reason. And then we got like the reason is because he just wanted to like be with his buddy and go get the One Piece. Like, he
He
believed
wanted
in
his
him.
buddy to like, because he didn't even want himself to get the one. He wanted just
He wanted Shanks to do it, yeah.
to walk in the footsteps of Roger, and he just wanted to be like there for him. But and then he came to the realization like, I don't need to wait for Shanks. I can do it myself. And that's what's
Yeah.
beautiful about this, is like, you don't need to live in people's shadow. It's funny
Yeah.
because Oda, whatever he talks about, like Crocodile or like Mihawk, he talks about like they're in his shadow, but then Buggy was always in Shanks' shadows, and now he's like getting out of there, and he's finding himself.
I think, and that's such a real like feeling that people can feel towards like the people that they work with or the people that like they like, I don't know. I feel like I've felt like that before. Like, I don't have to live in someone's shadow. I can go after what I really want. It's a beautiful lesson.
Literally, like,
Yeah,
just being a content creator is that, you know, like we
Yeah.
didn't start as content creator, and then like maybe like it's just like, oh, let me try to do it myself too. You know?
Yeah, it's, you know what, when you say it like that, Hime, we've all had our own Buggy moment and we've went after the One Piece ourselves. Like, I think everybody should have that moment. It's true. Damn.
Exactly.
Well, here I go converting to Buggyism, I guess. That's crazy. I don't know how you did that. Like, Elbaf, do you think he's going to be going to Elbaf?
I think that he's gonna be an Elbaf, not just because it's him, it's just because of Cross Guild. I think that Oda's gonna play with the Cross Guild a bit more this arc. Like, this is the final saga, and like after Elbaf, I think it's really gonna be Laugh-Tale, to be fully honest. So, or like maybe a small like something in between, like random, not an island, but just something random, and then Laugh-Tale. So he has to do something with the Cross Guild. And we're probably gonna see more of the Cross Guild, because the Cross Guild introduction was last arc, and I think that he's gonna develop them a bit more this arc. So now, are they gonna go like literally personally on Elbaf? I don't know. Maybe not. But for sure, we're gonna see more of them, like maybe fighting Marines, or maybe like fighting some pirates, getting closer to Laugh-Tale, getting closer to, you know.
Do you think they're gonna reunite with Shanks in any way, like, or do you think Buggy specifically will like reunite with Shanks?
I personally don't want them to reunite until the last moment where Shanks is gonna be like, Buggy, and then Buggy's gonna be like, Shanks, we both made it to the One Piece. I would love this reunion. Like, this is the kind of reunion I want. This reunion, like, that would be so cool. But also, there's a lot of other theories that think that like, oh, maybe like, oh, Shanks is gonna be beaten by Blackbeard, and then Buggy's gonna learn about it, and you know, like, there's a lot of people who think, or other people think that like Shanks and Buggy are going to like go at it first, and then you know, like, there's a lot of theories, but me, I think they're gonna just meet up there and be like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah.
Hello there. You know,
I think
like,
it's
oh,
they're just gonna like, they're gonna argue for sure, but I think ultimately like, yeah, they're gonna be. I just want them to like reconcile somehow. Like, I want Buggy to understand.
Like,
I
don't think they hate each other. They don't hate each other. No. And honestly, Shanks would never harm Buggy, like kill him. And Buggy would never do that to Shanks. At the end of the day, they're brothers. They really love each other. It's just that, like, you know, like, they just need to. I think that when he will see him that he's at Laugh-Tale, he'll be like, oh, you actually went to the One Piece. I'm so happy. Like, I'm like, he's gonna be like, both of us made it. Roger would be so proud of both of us. You know, like this whole, like, you know, just bonding moment they have just right before Blackbeard comes and fucks up everything.
That's true, because Blackbeard he's about to mess up everything. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, my favorite Buggy moment is, that's him and Gaimon just drinking on his island. That's my favorite Buggy moment ever, when he's like the head with like hands and feet, and they're just getting drunk by the campfire. That's my favorite Buggy right there.
I actually love that too. It's so funny. You know, Buggy has when Buggy's on screen, like, you know, it's gonna be comedy. It's gonna be crazy.
I think he turned into like a go-kart in Logtown, didn't he? Like, he did like a move, and then there was an engine sticking out of his butt, wasn't it? Or am I tripping? Like, that was crazy.
I think it was something crazy like that. Listen, Buggy has so many gimmicks. The buggy balls, this, that. Yeah. You have so much. It's so funny.
You know.
But what is your favorite? I never really asked. What is your favorite arc?
Oh, my favorite arc is Whole Cake Island. That's my. I love that.
Is it because of Sanji, or like more than Sanji?
To be fair, I mean, Sanji might be most. Sanji and Luffy, I think for sure, would be how I would describe it.
I get it.
It's just got like some really great moments. Like one of my favorite moments ever, the moment that Sanji and Luffy had, where he says, "I can't become Pirate King without you." Like that gets me every single time. Like I love that.
I love this. I actually listen. Luffy, even in Barati, he was like, "I will starve if you don't like, if you don't make me food." Like it just it always has been so extreme with between them.
They love each other, and the fact that Sanji didn't think anyone loved him enough to like actually like they thought that they would just let, or he thought that they would just let him go to Whole Cake Island, like they wouldn't come and save him. Like he just didn't believe in them loving him that much. It's crazy and sad. And then the moment where Sanji's right outside of Pudding's window and he overhears her saying all those things, and his response is just, "Well, of course, I'm not that great, I guess." It's just so sad. It's so sad.
You know, Sanji went through so much, man. Like
It
people like
did.
don't realize that, like psychologically speaking, not physically. Physically, it's Zoro, but psychologically speaking, mentally, he's the one who went through the most things. I mean, obviously, like Robin is also a big contestant, like
True,
contestant when
yeah.
it comes to that. But I'm talking about just the men. Men, it has to be Sanji.
Yeah, I would think that's fair. I mean, Sanji's flashback is so sad they gave him two of them. Like they gave you, there's one
Yeah,
where he
yeah.
like his
You know what
family
I
was
hate?
sad. What's that?
You know what I hate is when people are like, "Oh well, Oda just give him a backstory like in Whole Cake Island to salvage his writing." I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that was already like in the plans.
No, no one should think that's stupid, dude. No one should
I
think
know, right?
that. That's so dumb.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
That's we had hints like as far back as like I think Skypiea about him being in like the North Blue.
And also his poster saying like just alive, like it was all hinting that he came from like maybe a very important family, you know?
Yeah, I think whether or not Oda wanted to make it this sad, I don't know, but he didn't waste it. That's all I'm gonna say. He did not waste his time on Whole Cake Island.
Nope, not at all. But I also have a question. Do you have like an underrated arc that you like and that like most people maybe not like they don't agree to it?
No, I mean, I love Skypiea. I do love Skypiea. I don't know if that's like considered underrated. I think that it's just a good arc.
It's half 50-50.
I would think if I would go really underrated, let me think about like a really underrated arc that nobody likes. I mean, I like Thriller Bark too. I don't know.
Thriller Bark comedy was peak.
Yeah,
You know what?
hilarious.
I used to be a Thriller Bark hater because I was week to week by the end of Thriller Bark when I was young.
That'll do it to you.
And and it was horrible. But when I revisited Thriller Bark as an adult, like Chestnut made me revisit the arc. I revisited the arc and I watched the funny moments and I was like, yo, this actually is so good and so funny. It's like one of the funniest arcs. I'm not even joking with you. Peak comedy is Thriller Bark, bro. If you want to laugh, go
Thriller
watch
Bark.
Thriller Bark.
Well, because I mean, there's so many great moments, but I think the reason why I didn't appreciate it either, I didn't appreciate Skypiea or Thriller Bark when I first saw it, but it's because I wasn't caught up yet. So I was trying to like get to like the next like super cool moment and then keep
Super
going.
cool moment. Yeah. They were placed in a weird way where like, you know, they were like sometimes there was a super hype arc before them or super hype after. So like it was just like a weird like intersection, like, you know.
Yeah, it's like the only thing really, well, not the only thing, but the thing that I would have been trying to get to or that I wouldn't have wanted to miss would be the Nothing Happened, which is right at the end after everything is done. So like
yeah.
I probably, and this is like, I don't know if you did this too, but when I was first getting caught up, like I was just like, I did not get caught up the right way. I was like looking to see what I should be looking forward to. Like I just couldn't stop looking ahead.
Oh
It
no,
just...
me, I was okay. I'm old, so like me when I watched that, like I used to watch. I wasn't on social media. Social media wasn't even a big thing. I mean, it was like small, but there was no like leaks and stuff and whatever. I didn't have a Twitter account, nothing. So I was just watching that, and it was like I was like 14, and they were like by the end of Thriller Bark going to the next arc. So like I just binged until Thriller Bark, and then it was getting like weekly. So I didn't even know what to expect. I didn't even know that like how long the story would go. Like so I was very much like a baby. Like also when it comes to anime, so I didn't like ruin my enjoyment of this anime.
That
I feel
makes
like
sense.
a lot of people
yeah.
do by like first of all spoiling themselves, and second of all like expecting, and then getting disappointed.
Yeah, that was me because I didn't grow up watching this, unfortunately. Like I got caught up like it was like a couple years ago. I was working nights like at a job that I just really didn't like at all. And I remember, I'll never forget, I was at Dressrosa, and that was when I went to work one day, and then I was like, Luffy wouldn't take this. And then I just sent in my letter of resignation, like fully just One Piece made me quit my job. I used like all of the money in my savings to like basically just get caught up with One Piece. Like I don't even know, like I literally was like, no, this is the most important thing ever. And like, so like it just meant a lot to me. Like I had a great time getting caught up. But yeah, since all of the information was out there, I kept like going out, like trying to get caught up as fast as possible. And like I just wish I would have taken my time.
I understand. I feel like if there's like 1,000 episodes for me to get caught up to, like right now I'm trying to get caught up with Dragon Ball with Chestnut, and like there's not as much episodes, but like if there was like over 1,000, I think I would also feel the same way that you felt.
Yeah, I wished I would have watched it different. But Dragon Ball, that's interesting. What part how are you like do you like?
I'm watching OG right now. I'm literally starting from the start.
Have you met Master Roshi
and
yet?
Honestly, I met him. I even met Krillin. I'm enjoying the ride. It's such a fun, heartwarming anime, and it's so easy to watch. It's so nice, and you would think that the pacing is ass because it's old, but like the pacing doesn't even. I mean, when you're a One Piece fan, you can't really.
Yeah, you can't. We can't. Yeah.
But the pacing was actually pretty good for like a super old like anime. I'm loving it. Like I just I'm falling in love with Dragon Ball. I understand now the hype. Like, and then I'm not even at Z or anything or Super or whatever. I'm just at like the OG, and I already love it. So I just can only imagine the rest of the journey.
OG Dragon Ball has so much charm. I think just the worst person I remember is Master Roshi. Everything else I remember probably being okay.
Yeah, Master Roshi is a perv. He's like the OG, like he's the OG.
He's a predator. Basically. He should not be, though. He should be in prison for sure. Like we were talking about Sanji. Yeah, like I don't know, he should be in prison.
I gotta say, he cracks me up.
Yeah, that's how he gets away with it, though. He-Man. We can't just keep letting him get it. Like he's funny. Yeah, we gotta send him to jail. That's how we got it. We still got to do it.
Yeah. You're right. He's stressed.
That's how he gets out of it. The cops show up and they're just like, damn it, he's too funny. Just let him go.
This video is sponsored by Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. Both Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. are both Japanese snack subscription boxes, and with Tokyo Treat, you can look forward to each box containing a variety of full-size, fun, and exclusive Japanese snacks that are only available in Japan. Sakura Co., meanwhile, is a Japanese artisan snack box, which means they support local Japanese snack makers. So each box contains 20 traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snacks, including teas and tableware. And the theme for Tokyo Treat this month is Snacktastic Halloween! Ooh! Which means you get to get in on Japan's spooky season with snacks like the Kit Kat apple pie, spooky spicy crackers, ghost gummies, a Halloween fruit juice potion, and many more! Ooh! And the theme for Sakura Co. this month is Colors of Kyoto. And as we go through the fall season, Sakura Co. is inviting you to experience Kyoto's rich fall delicacies. Snacks like the Kyoto Orare, Kitsune Senbei, Yuzu Dorayaki, the Matcha Chocolate Crunch, and many more. And of course, this all pairs well with Suijiri Sencha Green Tea from Kyoto. And speaking of tea, the tableware item for this month is the Floral Kamon Yumoni, which is a Japanese teacup. And of course, you can learn all about the snacks that you'll be receiving in the booklets that come with each box as well as all the allergen information for the snacks. So if you think this all sounds delicious and you'd like to get a box for yourself or for someone you love, check out the link in my description and use code Mugiwara to receive $5 off your first Tokyo Treat or Sakura Co. box. A very special thank you to Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. for sponsoring this video, and an equally special thank you to you for watching this video. And with that, we are back to the show.
That's gonna be such a ride. Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, and then like everything. That's gonna be insane. I hope that. Are you doing that because you're disappointed with JJK, or was like?
Not even. I actually just always wanted to watch Dragon Ball,
Gotcha.
And I told, and all my followers were like, "Oh, we want to see you watch it," because I could personally, if I was watching by myself, like just myself, I would have caught up already. But the thing is, I'm watching with Chestnut. I'm trying to coordinate with her. And also I'm editing everything. It's so hard. I'm editing all of the episodes and everything. So that's why it's taking so long to like get caught up, because I'm trying to make it all perfect and make a series for everybody to watch. So that's why it's taking so long for me to get caught up. So but like I'm still enjoying it. And I think that like it's worth it, honestly. Documenting this journey, like this is my first time that I'm documenting like a journey of me literally like watching like an anime. So
I hope it's a. I mean, I know you're gonna enjoy the story. I hope it's a wonderful experience because I do have fond memories of OG Dragon Ball, and of course Dragon Ball Z. Are you gonna watch it all, like going straight through?
Yeah.
Or okay, yeah, that's
I'm gonna
gonna
watch
be
everything.
that's gonna be a really really good time. It's gonna be actually. Oh, I'm actually kind of jealous. That's actually sick.
Yeah, I'm so. You know what? And I told that to like a lot of people. I am so happy to be, this age and this like this conscious when I'm watching Dragon Ball from the beginning. Like it's not like I just remember some parts when I was younger. I'm just like running on nostalgia. No, I'm literally not running on nothing.
Yeah.
I'm literally watching it unbiased at like my big age. So like if I like it, I really like it. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Like there's no like I feel attached or anything.
Yeah.
You know, there's no.
That's what
nothing.
makes
It's
liking
literally-
it pretty
I'm
beautiful.
So, yeah, I'm so happy that I am able to watch it like like with my brain, with my like adult brain right now.
Yeah, I think
So
it's
much
it's more beautiful if you like fall in love with it now because it's like there's no nostalgia. It's just like this.
Actually true love. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually true love. It's like when you saw Buggy for the first time. That's exactly what it's like. Now, I did try to segue. How do you feel about JJK?
Oh.
No problem.
But it's very like Disney, like where like
Oh,
you know
no.
happy ending. I mean, it's fine. Happy ending is fine, but it's just that like the problem that everybody's having is not the fact that it ended nicely, is the fact that like so many unanswered questions, so many like he opened so many plot lines, so many like he introduced so many things that he's not like getting back to. He's not giving no answer to them, and he did not announce a part 2. So that means that all of these questions, all of these plot line, everything that he was talking about that he didn't give us an answer to will never be answered. So I think that's what really pisses off everybody. It's like let's say we get I'm gonna give like a good comparison with One Piece. Let's say Luffy gets to the One Piece, and then the series end there. You don't know. We don't know what happens. Like about like what's gonna happen regarding everything that was the Void Century, the D Clan. You don't have answers to these questions. You just know. Let's say he defeats Blackbeard or like he defeats Emo or something. But like, and also JJK's author decided to have an open ending. So it's even worse. We have even more questions
Wait,
now.
it's ambiguous. Like he doesn't give us like.
Yeah, it's ambiguous. Yeah, exactly. So
Oh.
I love open endings. I don't mind. But the problem is when you didn't even answer any question and you also give us more question. That's weird. Like I'm telling you, there's so many unanswered questions and topics, and I think it's just like rushing. He had to rush because Hunter x Hunter is taking his place in Shonen Jump right now, and I think that's what happened. He had to rush to give his place because he had like a contract, and maybe he took too many breaks like beforehand, so he couldn't like put everything together. I don't know. There's many theories going around that, but that's the problem. It's me. I always told people I have absolutely no problem what an author like the direction he wants to go with his manga. You want to kill the cast, you want to keep them alive, you want to bring back people, you want to like have a happy bad ending, do whatever you want. What matters to me is the execution. And if it's executed badly, I'm gonna call it out. If it's rushed, if it doesn't make sense, if the tension, if like, and JJK ending felt so rushed that like I feel like, for example, every chapter had to be 30 page, but it was like 19, and like he just took off so many things in between, and he didn't have time to talk about everything, so that's my biggest problem, the execution.
I could agree. I stopped like reading consistently and just started reading leaks because I couldn't get away from the leaks. So I'll never forget, I got really curious about what they were doing and how they were fighting Sukuna. And then the chapter that I read, I just popped in at a random chapter and Miguel was there. And that's when I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I gotta
it was so random. Like he was starting to, he was starting to like bring back DLC characters.
That's what I'm saying. I have no idea. Why is Miguel fighting Sukuna?
I was like, why? Yeah, I was like, we already have like characters that you can develop further. Like, okay, this is my bias because I'm a Hakari fan, and he did Hakari so dirty, bro. Like he did him so dirty. You don't understand. I crashed out on Gege.
Oh, I saw on Twitter.
Go on my Twitter.
I saw.
I crashed out. I literally crashed out so hard. But it's because you know what? How I felt? I felt like a Zoro fan waiting for the Lucci and Zoro fight for 6 months. But me, it was waiting for Hakari and Oromi for 9 months, and then it was it was it wasn't shown. Like what happened is that it was off screen, and the fight ended where like Oromi was like well, Sukuna's defeated, so I'm gonna go
Yeah,
back.
they just like killed themselves or
I was
something.
like,
Yeah,
not
right?
only
Like,
you're not
what?
showing me the fight, but also you're ending the fight that way. So I'm like, at that moment, I was waiting 9 months. At that moment, this is where, like, when you I had faith. That's my problem. I had faith. I had hopes, and the problem is there was always red flags when it came to Gege. Always red flags all over the manga, and I just decided to ignore them because you always think it can never happen to me, it can never happen to my goats, it can happen to everybody, and it happened to everybody. Everybody is suffering
Yeah.
right now. I'm so happy I'm not the only one who's suffering. Fairy Nation is down and everybody is down with us. I'm suffering. Listen, we're all riding in this together, we're all suffering in this together, and I am happy we're all trashing on the same things. Like, when I saw how he did Kinjaku, like the closure to Kinjaku, that actually the non-existent closure to Kinjaku.
That was weird. That was really weird.
Like, why the man who was built up since chapter 1, the man who's the mastermind, the Aizen of the whole manga, he didn't even give him a proper closure. You really think he's not gonna do dirty the other characters?
Yeah.
This man literally brought back Nobara to do one move and didn't even give her dialogue.
Yeah.
Like, it's just there's so many, like, I don't want to be negative, there's so many things like I should have known. It's like an ex that cheated on you, and you're like, you know what, let me just forgive them. I'm gonna have faith they're not gonna cheat on me again. And like, he just repeatedly cheat all over, and you're just like, you know what, I'm the idiot because I kept believing.
Yeah.
So that's all me.
No.
That's all me for having faith.
I will also apologize because I feel like Nobara coming back, like, it's okay. So this is my fault. I feel like, and I should explain. I need to apologize to everyone. Every day at 11:11, I wished for Nobara to come back to life, and then there was a meteor shower, and then I wished on it there, and then when the eclipse happened, I wished on the eclipse too. Like, I don't even know if that did anything. I just wished on the eclipse, and at no point did I ever specify I want her to come back and then talk and be a character. I never specified. I just said I want Nobara back. So apparently God heard me, and that's what happened.
Came back
so
with an eye patch and did one move. Like, honestly, I'm gonna be for real with you guys. She was not needed back. I don't mind. I don't hate Nobara.
I love Nobara.
I'm very neutral about her. Like, go queen, whatever. Like, I mean, Gege cannot write female characters, so it was whatever for me. Like, Yuki didn't even get a closure, so at this point,
oh man, I forgot about that. Fuck.
Yeah, he did. Ass closure. Again, he did Kenjaku so dirty. Why did I expect he would do other characters that are less important, not dirty? Like, like, obviously, like, some character we're gonna go through this. But yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's just like an accumulation of like all of these things, and they were all in front of us. We should just we saw the red flags and we just kept there. And obviously now I'm being super negative. There was also very nice moments. Like, JJK by far is not a bad manga. Like I would never say that it's a bad manga. I would just say that it just didn't land correctly. It actually just didn't land. The plane.
It actually just didn't land. The plane's still up there. It's just running out of gas. It's just up there.
Actually, the plane just like exploded. I'm telling you, it just didn't land, unfortunately. But it was a nice ride until we got there. Like, there was like ups and downs and some turbulence here and there that were like, yo, what the fuck is happening? But then we didn't make it safely. And the problem is for me to say that something has good writing, even for characters, you have to have a good introduction, good development, and a good closure. I always told people, for me to be a complete character, your closure has to also be there. So, for example, why do I love Nanami so much? Yeah, it's such a beautiful
that was beautiful. That was beautiful for an ending.
Closure.
Like, that was amazing.
Beautiful. Even if Gojo, people didn't like the Gojo's like death, whatever, at least Gojo had a closure.
Well,
he had his closure. He had his moment. Even Jogo, the volcano guy.
Oh, that's dirty. That's actually dirty.
Walls.
Yeah, he did.
Listen, Jogo had a better closure than Kenjaku. Gojo had a better closure than everybody. Bro, do you guys know?
That is crazy.
So that's the thing. That's why I have a hard time saying that JJK is a perfect manga, because I can get over the small things that like in between didn't work out or didn't make sense. but like the landing was just so atrocious, so I have to get off points for that. And the
Yeah.
problem, as I said, is that people, when you show them anything, like even they go to like a spectacle or something or a festival, they will remember the last performance. And that's how everybody is. Unfortunately, they're reactionary. They have like the attention span of a child, so they will remember the ending and they will focus on that. It's a bit like what happened with Attack on Titan.
I was
What happened
about
with
to
like
say that.
My
I was
Hero,
about to say
Demon Slayer.
that's
A lot of
exactly
these
what I
things,
was gonna say. Like
they
it's yeah.
unfortunately they will forget all of the good moments, and they will be like focusing just on the ending and say that it's a bad manga or like it's a 5 out of 10 just because of the ending, when in reality, if you take off these last 5 chapters, it was still a good manga, you know.
That's a really optimistic spin on it, and wow, that's more positivity than I would expect from a buggy anarchist. I'll be honest, but that's really positive. Like I think that's a really good way to look at it.
Persona would disagree with me, but being honest here.
But I think that's true. So then I would ask, how did you feel about the ending of Attack on Titan? Were you in the camp that like
I love it.
I was so sad.
I
I
love
just
it.
the only thing I hate was that it was so sad. Like
I love sad endings. Okay, I'm a weirdo. I love when something keeps me like. Okay, first of all, I'm a sucker for open endings. I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan. He's like a movie director, and like he did Inception, Interstellar, Oppenheimer. In all of his movies, it's always open endings where like it keeps you thinking, like it could go both ways, and I love that. So I was not mad on Attack on Titan. I felt like it took a realistic approach. I know a lot of people detest that, and I even made a theory about it. I think that people hated it because a lot of people use anime and manga to kind of escape the reality, and so they want something perfect presented to them so they can be happy about it and like escape reality like as a whole. And the fact that they couldn't escape reality and reminding them of the harsh reality of our world as well inside, it just made them upset, so I think there was like a big part in that.
I get it. I'll even ask, do you know the most tragic of all time? Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I did not.
Okay, well, to be honest, you might have missed it.
I heard the ending was bad.
It's the famously like the most bad of all time. Like what's crazy is that we could still even recommend that you watch it, but it's like it's just you'd have to stop at season 7.
You know what's funny? I would still recommend JJK, even if the ending didn't land.
Yeah.
Like it's still a good manga. You know what? And I would tell them like just like headcanon your own ending. Like I'm headcanoning my own ending.
Headcanon your own ending. Do you think the anime is gonna like fix it at all? Do you think they're gonna do that?
No, I don't think so at all. I believe they kind of flesh out some stuff, like for example the fights. They always do it, they always flesh out fights and maybe give us a bit more info here and there, but I don't think they're gonna change the ending. Like Attack on Titan, they did not change the ending.
I wanted them to just like a little, just make it happier, man.
Okay. But the problem is it would have been it would have been a disservice to the mangaka. Like imagine you're a mangaka, you wrote a story and they change your ending.
Yeah,
I would be pissed.
I get so hot because like those kids just wanted to see the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all they wanted. And then Mikasa only wanted to be with Eren. And then I don't know, man. It's
you
crazy.
can still think that this time they're not gonna use it for evil. You can still think like that's the thing. That's the open ending. You decide how you want to view it. Like I think that people are just very pessimistic, like as people, and they're very negative, or like, oh, for sure they're gonna reuse it and the cycle is gonna restart. But maybe this time the cycle is not gonna restart. You get to decide. That's the beauty of this ending. You get to decide that.
I think that's fair. I think I selfishly wanted these characters to be happy. Like I wanted all of them, like Armin, Mikasa, Eren.
Because we get so attached to the main cast, we forget about the bigger picture. And AOT was about the bigger picture, because when you think about it, Mikasa, Eren, and Armin, there's like the same group, but like on the other island. There's like the same group over there. That was the whole point. The whole point was like there's you. If we would have watched like Sasha from like the beginning, we would have like the whole story was from the other side. You would have wanted them to be happy and not the others. So it's just to show us that like whatever we were like having with like Eren and these people, like the attachment we had with them, we would have had them everywhere. And the whole point was that like it was about the bigger picture, not just one group of them. It was about everybody. We were trying to find something for everybody, so
That's
we can
fair.
like work around that.
That
So
is
I
fair.
understand where you're coming from. It's like, it takes a very mature like approach.
And that's not
to
me,
look at it
Hime.
that
That's
way.
not me. That's what I'm saying. I wanted them. I was like, no, we can step on Marley. I don't care. Okay, I want these
Yeah, but
characters to
that's
be
the thing.
happy.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I understand why the mangaka went about it, but I understand why people selfishly would want the main cast to always thrive. Me, I care more about like the bigger picture. Always in anime. Even if I'm infatuated with Buggy, whatever, right now, I care more about the One Piece bigger picture as well. Like that's what
Wow.
yo, Ace died, and I loved the closure that he had. So I was totally fine. Obviously, I was sad, but so I'm somebody who's like, if the writing is beautiful, I don't mind. Kill off all my favorite characters. I have no problem with it.
So you would be okay with Oda killing Buggy off?
If it's a beautiful closure,
Okay.
yes.
Oh man.
I'm like, I'm
Wow.
telling, bro. Ace is my favorite character, and then we have Buggy and we have Law. Law almost died, bro, and I was
True.
still fine with it. I was like, I just want a beautiful closure. That's it. If the writing is there and it moves me and it just like keeps me thinking, do whatever you need to do to make that happen. Move me.
That is really mature, cause ain't no way I would ever like all of my favorite characters need to live, Hime. That is my last like.
Everybody's
I
like,
believe that.
You're not weird. You're not weird. 99% of the people are like this. 99% of like, oh, if he kills off this character, I'm dropping the series. Everybody's like that. You're not alone. You're not alone.
I wouldn't drop the series, but I would not leave my bed for weeks, for sure. Like I would just like, there's no purpose getting out of bed.
I still get in my feelings when I see edits about like Ace, so I understand.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing I can't imagine, like, because like that was the one thing I knew about One Piece before even getting in. So I wish I would have been able to go in, but it was
Oh,
impossible.
no
It was
way.
impossible to like get away from like
I was
literally
weak
everything.
too weak for that.
That's crazy. How was
I
that?
couldn't believe
What
my
was that?
I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought no, because Oda never killed somebody for real
Yeah,
like
no.
somebody important. Okay?
No one that we cared
so
about.
so when I saw that, I was like, oh, he's not dead. He's fine. Ivankov's gonna do something.
God. And then
I
all of that.
still didn't believe it until Shanks buried him and Whitebeard. That was the moment where like I was still in denial. That was the moment where I was like, okay, I have to accept that he's actually dead.
Now that is a
So
death.
I was-
Yeah, done right though.
It's
beautiful.
It's such it was hard to believe just because it was the first big death of One Piece. Like I mean, if you don't count Rogers because like that's in the introduction, but it was the first big death of a character that we actually got attached to and we saw his journey. So ever since then, I feel like I went through the worst. So like I can go through any death now. Like I know it sounds crazy, but like. I mean, obviously, if it's a Straw Hat, I will feel like it's weird, and I don't think Oda would do it. But otherwise, I think I can live through that.
So do you think? Well, I do think that if Luffy like loses any of the stuff, like that's just it. Like he's not gonna want to like that's just gonna be too sad, to be honest.
He's not gonna finish. He's not gonna because his whole dream. He for him, and he makes it like a point in the story where like I need all of you to accomplish my dream.
Yeah.
And also, there's also okay. This is outside of like the had nothing to do with the story, but like a mangaka normally doesn't kill like the characters that brings him the most money merch wise.
That's a good reason. You're right.
So I don't think he would ever kill like the Straw Hats. but there's also bigger reason than that. But there's that. But I just want to tell you something very funny. I remember the voice actor of Ace. He told us that he even asked the production team, the editors. He was like, "Is Ace really dead?" When he had to make the scene. And you know what the editors told him? He told him, I will never, and I can never and will ever be able to tell you to answer you this question.
Whoa,
So,
really?
And this is not to give you guys hope that he's gonna come back.
No.
This just means that like it means that like the author, like it's to let the author have like the leeway to like be able to like do whatever he wants. If he wants to like I don't know, go on some supernatural shit and bring back somebody. So even the voice actor, he got left with that answer.
You've just I can't believe you're spreading this conspiracy, Hime. This
No,
could
but
be.
he's not alive. I'm telling you, he's dead. He's dead. But I'm just telling you know that
Okay.
even the voice actor couldn't even get like his own closure as a voice actor.
That is funny, but I think because you said that, there's gonna be people that go from this video like, I knew it, he's still alive, I knew it, and they're gonna cite this video as the proof. I could see it now. That would be crazy. I do think that an Ace Seraphim would go narratively stupid. Like that would be narratively like the saddest thing ever.
But that would be so disrespectful. Like,
yeah, it would be.
His body.
Yeah.
Because Shanks is the one who took care of both of their bodies. So like that means the government would have gone and dug up their bodies. That would be so disrespectful.
But it would be like so much like conflict that I feel like I need. Like Luffy would be pissed. Oh god.
No. I would not just that. Also like Sabo got his food. How are they? Like how is that working out?
They're so giving them like different fruits because I think. Well, they can give them different fruits. Like Jinbei had the swing.
You're right. No, never mind. Yeah, I was lost. They give them different fruits. That's true. Never mind. But still, it would be too disrespectful. Actually, I would get upset because that's disrespectful, man.
No, it is.
Let them rest in peace. And even like Shanks, he asked them. He was like, "Let me take care of their body," and they said yes. So if they go back on their word, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's definitely like I really think that would heat Luffy up. That would make Sabo angry. That would make like so many people angry. But that would have to be like an in-game like move. But I think it could be a good curveball. Like I think this is what I think. I don't think like we're done with the mourning of Ace in some type of way. Like there's gonna be one final like grief hurdle for Luffy. Maybe it's not for Ace, but then the only way it couldn't be is like he loses someone else. So I think in order for Oda to kill off his the least amount of characters that he has to, he's gonna give Luffy like some other trial for Ace. Like maybe it's like I don't know, even if it's not a Seraphim, like just dealing with his ghost in some type of way. I really do. I want to know, what do you think about Ska? What do you think about Sabo kills Akainu? What do you think about Sabo being the one
That's
to
not
avenge?
happening. I don't care. I'm a huge like I don't listen. I'm not a Sabo fan. I'm not a Sabo hater.
Oh no,
I'm
you're
not
neither?
like I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm not like oh my god, Sabo, my lord and savior. Like no, I'm an Ace fan, and I think, and I hate when people live through Sabo through Ace. Like they think that Sabo is a 2.0 Ace. He's not. He is his own person. Both of them are their own person. It's just like he got his devil fruit, and he's just like he got maybe some of his will, but that's it. That they're different people, different also ambitions, different like roles, different purposes, and I think that like the one that really has to go against Akainu has to be Luffy, because he's the like it just makes so much sense. He's the one who like he saw Akainu donut Ace in front of his face. Like Sabo wasn't even there. Like we need to see like the whole like emotion of Luffy going against Akainu again, seeing him and be like, "You're the one who killed my brother," and like I just want to see this emotion. The moment I feel like Sabo is not gonna, he's gonna be mad obviously, but he's not gonna be as like it's not gonna be as personal as Luffy. And I want to see that encounter. I don't mind Sabo helping or like I don't know doing something, but it has to be Luffy, man. I feel like it would make the fight so much more personal.
It would. I mean, Kaino already scarred Luffy, so like that's like they gotta. I feel like they have to at least meet up again for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like Sabo is more like his mission and his also like who he's going to go against is more like the Holy Knight with the Rev Army. Like that's like more of a, like another part of the Marines, you know?
Who do you like more, Kobe or Sabo? Kobe for me too. Yeah. Okay, cool. Good. All right, cool.
It's like I don't. Okay, so I was a huge. I mean, it was banter. I was always used to make fun of Dragon, you know. But like I know that the Rev Army like are needed and they have like a big purpose and everything. Like jokes aside, like GGs, like we really need them and stuff. But it's just had this love for the Marines. I'm a huge Admiral fan. I don't know if you know. I'm a huge Admiral fan.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you defending Green Bull on Twitter, and I was like, "Come on, Hime, come on."
I defend all of them, but I don't defend how I defend them is I said that like there is always an explanation and a route to somebody's character. There's always a story, and we most people they just like almost nobody that is not named Doflamingo, almost nobody is born evil. Okay, people become evil with time, unless you're a psychopath like Doflamingo.
Exactly.
But like most people, like something happened. you know. And I just love how the admirals all have like a different sense of justice and what happened, how did they come to this point. And I feel like Oda's doing a beautiful like job where, like, you know how Kizaru, we saw him in Egghead, the confliction, how he all actually, we saw that he's a human and he's crying even when he spoke to Akainu. And even Aokiji, how he had to leave the Marines, he's still trying to find whatever he wants to do. He also against Garp like cried. um I'm pretty, and even Fuji, how sometimes he doesn't follow the Marines. He's like, oh, I wish I didn't take off my eyes so I can see Luffy. I
That
feel
was
like the
sweet.
writing of the admirals is so underrated. People are just like, people hate them because it reminds them of cops in real life, and people don't like cops in real life. So like they project them into like One Piece, where like, oh, I hate everything that has to do with government and cops. But like
Yeah.
it's people need to disassociate both, and just like you don't need to agree to a character's action to like their writing. And this is a big thing I always tell people: you can like a character writing without agreeing with his action. That's why Blackbeard and the Flamingo have fans, you know. so
Yeah.
so I think that Oda's doing a great, like a beautiful job in the writing. And I'm pretty sure that Green Bull
Okay.
also gonna have peak writing. And also there's like some little like rumors here and there that says that it's he's like influenced by an actor
Yeah, I
that
saw
played
those.
inside of a movie of, like, you know, he, like, it was about, like, you know, his the love of his life killed herself and then he got scarred for life because of that. Or so there's probably a big romantic thing happening in there. So I'm like,
Mm.
I'm very excited. So if his backstory is gonna be something crazy like that, yo, that's gonna move mountains. So that's why I tell people, like, let's just wait to see, like, why is he this way,
Do you
you
have
know.
anything to say about him now? Like anything to say about Green Bull like now? Or do you think we have to wait for his writing to actually
i
like
think I think it's very me. I'm always like so impressed and so like fascinated, like by like full like people like like the extreme people like in One Piece, like, because like, yo, this guy is like, you have no human rights, and he's glazing also a kind, like, okay, first of all, where did this glazing come from? Like, what happened? And also he has a sword he doesn't even use. Who gave him this sword? He has also like these like he has his own style, he has his own personality. His justice is suicidal justice. Why? Like, I'm fascinated because I'm like, yo, like, this is such a like an edgy character. Like, why are you this way? I want to know why. I want to get to know you just to understand like why you're this way, you know.
yeah. That is I mean, I can't say that I agree. I think that Green Bull is maybe the least of well, actually, before I won't even get into that. What instead I'll ask is, do you have a favorite admiral? Then, who would you say that would be?
I have a hard time picking. I feel like my favorite has always been Aokiji Kuzan, even before he left.
Yeah,
I because okay, but I have a bias because I love ice magic, whatever, like ice powers. Like that was me. If I would go to any world and there's magic, I would pick ice. Like that. That's my
it's a
gimmick. That's
pretty
my
good.
thing.
That's a pretty
So
good one. I
yeah,
like that.
I just it always spoke to me. So um I would, so there's already that the bias there. And also I like his character design, very
Mm.
cool. And I love like his calm personality. And it just like kept getting better with the writing, you know, like how like, and it's not even about like me, it's not even about like, oh, he left the Marines so I like him more. No, not at all. Like I love the Admiral still. It's just that like I'm very invested in his story.
Hmm.
I'm wondering like why Blackbeard did, like, you know, like a lot of people are like, oh, he's spying with Blackbeard. But me, I have different theories where like, yeah, maybe that's true, but maybe also maybe Blackbeard actually sold him a dream that he actually agreed with. Because when you think about it, Kuzan, Kuzan left the Marines because he couldn't. First of all, he couldn't become the fleet admiral because Akainu was stronger and became the fleet admiral, but also because probably he didn't agree to the way of the Marines anymore. So he left there, and then he's not somebody who wants to do evil, you know. Like everybody that, okay, see, people need to understand this. Everybody that joins the Marine, most of them, they actually want to do good, but it's not necessarily the right way. They think their justice and how they see things is the right way. That's the big misconception about the Marines. And Kuzan is trying to find his own justice at this moment. Like, what is it that I think is good? What I think I want this world to come to, you know. Like even when he let Robin live, you know, we saw signs of him like wavering and not understanding what he actually wanted in this world. So what if Blackbeard actually sold him something that made sense to him, and that this is
That'd
why he's
be
following him?
so tragic. But I think
That would be
it's
crazy.
possible.
That
But
would be
that would
crazy.
be crazy because I think the only theory
Yeah.
everybody has is like he's undercover or something, which
Yeah, I'm thinking
is
it's one of the
flimsy.
two. It's one of the two, but
It's
that would
gotta
still be
be.
crazy if like we actually learned that Blackbeard has a crazy, crazy dream that is
And
actually
Kuzan
like
believes
also
in it.
a
Ugh.
free. I think Blackbeard is a parallel to Luffy. Obviously, I think he
Mm.
has a dream of like a freedom as well, but in a more radical way than Luffy.
Yeah, and more evil way, like a selfish way. Whereas Luffy's freedom is gonna be like, yeah, everybody like gets the most. Blackbeard might just be about he's just evil. I just know whatever freedom idea he has, it's gonna be all just chaos. I know it.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I'm very excited. So, but honestly, like it's not like oh Aokiji and the rest. No, honestly, they're super close to each other. Like Kizaru's writing on in Egghead, it moved me. It moved me so much. I loved it. Like when he was on the bed and he said, "My wounds like are like runs
Like run
deeper." Like
deep, yeah. Oh man.
bars. Oh
Yeah,
my
he
god,
was in
bars. And
pain.
and even Akainu, like Akainu, I'm pretty sure Oda is gonna be peak writing for him. Like I'm sure, like the flowers, Hibari's connection, everything. There's something there. There's something there. And also there's the him and Dragon went to the marine at the same time. What is the connection? What
That's a
happened?
pretty
What is the
that I
fall
feel like
off?
that's too similar to ignore honestly. Like the Hibari connection is something that I see people like heavily saying like it's not confirmed obviously, but like I think
It
there's
has
something
to.
there.
It's
That
the
would
same
be
flowers.
it is the
It's
same
the same
flowers.
flower, and she speaks the same way. The accent and the way of speaking, like she
That would
is.
be
She
so
is.
crazy cuz she's supposed to be a good person, so that's going to be crazy for her
Yeah.
like defying her
Maybe
dad.
that's when you think about it. Maybe Akainu joined the Marines because no, I mean maybe Akainu is like the man he is right now because he wants to create a world for Hibari to thrive in it in a peaceful way.
That would be
There's
sick.
you know
Yeah.
I'm sure Oda will deliver, and Oda is the master of making us fall in love with villains. So I'm not like
Except
I'm
Doflamingo, he was
sure.
just like, yeah, he's just evil.
I'm
He's
gonna be
just
honest.
You-
I fell for his writing.
Oh, I thought you were
Writing-wise,
about
I
to
fell for
say.
his writing.
I thought you were about to say. I'm gonna
He
be
is not.
honest.
No,
I
no.
fell for Doflamingo. He was making a
No,
lot of
he's not
sense.
right. He's not right for how he do things. But when you think about it, when you deep it, Doflamingo is a wounded person, and he even himself he tried to create his own family because he felt like his family just like gave up on him.
Hmm.
You know. So
Yeah.
so even though it was like a crazy like he's just being selfish, you know. But he felt like his family just like wasn't it. So he had to create his own family, and even in Dressrosa, which is, by the way, my second favorite arc. I
Mm.
know people are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" My second favorite arc.
It's a good one.
It's you can see I don't remember who like almost um I don't know if it was Law who like captured one of his family member and then Dolphy like actually get upset and wants to save them.
Yeah.
So like he actually can care when he picks you, you know? So he's not like, he's bad, but he still has like this human part of him, which is like, like I love that. I
Yeah.
don't mind villains like just villains all the time, like Sukuna, for example, but like it's
Yeah.
always nice to see like a little human side to them.
Man, Sukuna was a great example. If you like Kobe better than Sabo, where would you place Kobe like in your hierarchy of characters? So obviously Buggy's like the number one top.
I Well, to explain a bit where I'm gonna position him, I need to say why I like him. To be honest, I think that I am a sucker for characters that really like started as losers and
Yeah,
just like
and he did.
got to
Oh
the
boy.
top. There's a
Did he.
reason why I love Bucky. so I really love these losers ass characters, bro. Like just like first of all I can relate because I started also from the bottom. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that, but also like
Yeah.
I just get so attached to their journey. I'm telling you, I never liked the only strong ass character that I like is Shanks, but even then he's not like my top favorite character.
Hmm.
But otherwise I'm not a sucker for these type of characters. So I just love how he was at the beginning. He's one of the biggest parallel also to Luffy, but he's like in the Marines, you know. Love how he started there and he had a dream, and I think he's gonna reform the Marines. And I love how he's like moving along like in Garp's shoes. Like he's now like he's gonna be the next Garp, I love how kind-hearted he is. I love his like in Marineford how he just spoke up. Even like with Boa how he was there, he like just got himself captured. It's so hard to dislike Kobe, man. He's such a
Yeah.
sweetheart, and I hope he also create his own justice, a bit like the admirals. It would be, I think it's gonna be honest justice or something like that.
That
Like
well, yeah,
it
because of
fits him
the
so well.
it does. The reason why I asked
I
is because
just
I
it's
love
yeah.
Kobe. Like Kobe's my
No, Kobe
dog.
is so like he's so likable, man. Like I mean, he's a lot of people are like, oh, but he's like too much like a too sweet, whatever. Like it's okay to start this way and then just to like like he goes through stuff and then he just mature. It's
Hmm.
normal, and I don't want him to lose the sweet side of himself. At the end of the day, like
Yeah.
so I'm happy and I love that about him. And I think I would place him. That's a bit hard. Honestly, now that I think about it, I've never done over a top 10. Like, I've never done like a top
Yeah,
30,
that's
top 50 or
probably
something.
hard. Could you at least say if he
I
was in
would,
like the top 3 or 5? Maybe you don't know exactly where,
no,
but
he's not in the top 3 or 5. Unfortunately, because I have way too much other characters that I like.
you just
I
know
would,
immediately. You're like, no, no, he's not there.
I would put him like, definitely my top 20.
Okay,
Definitely.
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe even my top 15. Yeah, top 20, top 20. My top three, first top three are these three guys. And I personally, like, I have a hard time putting one before the others because I really, really love them. At the same time. But if I have to, like, really put them at, like, spots, I would say Ace just because he was the first favorite character and
Mm,
he's, like, the whole nostalgia. And then the second one would be Buggy
mm.
because also I got introduced to him second and I worship him. And the third would be Law. But honestly, they're like my three favorite characters. Like if I could press them
So they,
together, I
yeah.
would. Then fourth place is Sanji. Sanji,
Okay.
like I just Sanji is my boy, man.
Like
I
it.
know that I
Love
don't
it.
talk too much about Sanji, but I just love him so much and I defend him all the time. So, then it would be Shanks.
Mm.
I really like Shanks. Honestly, I think that he's a super cool character. Then it would be Nami. I really like
Mm.
I think that Nami is just like, as a woman, me myself, I think that I relate to a lot to her. I really love her past. I really love like how she like I love her loyalty to Luffy. Every time that she stands up for Luffy, even in front of Kaido, in front of everybody. And
Yeah,
I
she's great.
just she's so amazing. And I love her bubbly, explosive personality. Nothing wrong with Robin. It's just like I love more the extroverted characters than the introverted ones
Same.
for women.
Same.
So, and then next after Nami, it's Whitebeard for the reason I explained
That's
earlier.
fair. Yeah.
Then it's Aokiji. Then it's Dofi for his writing. And then I really like and then like that's where like I start like having like I'm not too sure like for example like I'd love to put here, people like Bartolomeo Bonclay or like even like Kizaru or like Fuji, people like that. Here this is where it becomes a bit harder for me to start classifying people. But the others, I think they're like in their good place.
If you've got an ace tattoo, does that mean you're gonna have to get a buggy tattoo? Is that what that like definitely means?
I actually I will probably get a Buggy and Law tattoo, but my tattoos are not like humongous. Like the Ace one is kind of big. It's like here, but it's like hideable. But the Ace and the Buggy and Law are gonna be small tattoos that are like not like super like out there. Like that's how I like my tattoos to be honest. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's happening.
Yeah. So yeah, without a doubt, that's happening. I think what I
Yeah, but
definitely
it's not like their face, but it has like just a sign of that. Like for example, Ace was his tattoo. Law is probably one of his tattoos, and Buggy, I'll probably find something.
you'll get like literally his clown mask like just over your face. That's what.
That would be crazy.
Oh, that's devotion. That's belief. So actually, I do want to know: are you like a shipper? Do you consider yourself a shipper in One Piece? Like, do you think like
I don't consider myself a shipper, honestly. Like I think I dabbled more in the power scaling. Like that's I think that's how like my Twitter career started. Oh my god, people were rattled by my power scaling like things, my
yeah.
takes. But if I had to like if I do have like some preference in like some ships. For example, like the Sanji Nami one.
Hmm.
I really like this ship, for example. But otherwise, I never thought of any other ship like in One Piece. So I don't think I belong to the shipping community really.
I can't get away from it, to be honest. I need like that's my power scaling like for you, because like I feel like when you like stepped into the power
you're
scaling
a shipper.
thing.
That's so cute. I think shipping people, like, yes, they can get toxic, but it's more cute than toxic, like compared to like to the power scaling
Oh yeah.
side.
Well, I was about to say, when you stepped onto the power scaling scene, I bet you were just like, your Conqueror's Haki was going crazy. Everybody was like, "Who is
Oh my
she?"
God.
Oh.
Yo, it was insane. I don't know if you ever tried to like power scale with online people.
Dangerous, I bet.
It's not even just, not just dangerous, it's just so toxic. People start like insulting your family.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and it's with One Piece. That's crazy. First of all, it should never be that deep. But like, especially with One Piece, dude. Like I don't think this is the series we should be power scaling that aggressively. Like, I mean, it's so goofy, and like, I would much rather like. I spend my time thinking about the jokes, and then I'd be shipping people. Like I like Robin and Law. Like I'd be thinking about them a lot. Honestly.
Really, I think that Robin and Frankie works. This is another ship I don't mind shipping. I feel like Robin and Frankie have these cool moments.
They do. They do.
I love their moments, honestly. I feel like Law and Robin would be boring. You know, two introverted people, nothing to talk about, nothing to do. I feel like you always have to have, like, not necessarily the extreme opposite, but somebody that completes you.
Well, that just speaks to your shipper's DNA, Hime. That's who you are as a shipper. Me, I'm a lot simpler. I like, two introverts getting together.
Who goes well together.
Yeah, they could read together. They could talk about history and hats together, like all day long. They could be in their bag the whole time.
Hats, I didn't think of that. You're right. There's the hat.
Yeah, and then also obviously Luffy and Boa Hancock. I think that should happen, honestly. I don't think she will allow anything else to happen, to be honest.
No, because that's the only man that she will ever fall for. If I like, so it makes sense. Unless like Oda just want her to have a heartbreak and die.
Oh,
like,
that's true. I think that's proof they have to end up together, because then otherwise she's gonna die.
That's why whenever people are like, no, because there's a lot of like Lunami shippers, like Luffy and Nami, and I'm like, I understand you guys, but like, first of all, they see each other as brothers and sisters. Yeah. And second of all, Oda's not gonna kill Boa. Like,
because that is what would happen. Yeah.
That's not happening. Like logically, narratively speaking, that's just not happening. Even if we don't want it, it's not happening.
Yeah. I just think she deserves the world. I think she deserves Luffy, at least, for God's sake. Like they could be good together. That's probably the only.
Yeah, and
ship
Luffy is
that
the only one who doesn't view her as a sexual object or something.
Literally the only person in the entire One Piece world that does not view her that way. That's crazy. If you had to sell someone on the Cult of Buggy, how would you present yourself as a learned apostle of the Cult of Buggy, and how would you tell them what would they have to look forward to if they came over to your side?
Like at the beginning it could be scary, like you don't understand, like all of these delusional people like having like a blind faith towards a man they don't even know and they barely saw in the series, but it's all about having this faith within. Looking at this character, like this clown who was able to have this much followers inside of the anime, he would have the same amount if not more in real life too. Because this man, I'm telling you, like, you look at this man, you tell yourself, like, how did this man make it? How did this man become not only a warlord, an emperor, and he's going after the One Piece? That is such an admirable journey, a commendable journey. Like, that should also push you as a person to follow your dreams, no matter how the imposter syndrome we feel on a daily basis. Do you know how Buggy must be feeling? He must be feeling like he's the black sheep out of everybody, and he is still able to make it. If he can make it, you can make it. If a clown can make it to become an emperor and go after the One Piece, who are you to give up on your dreams? That's why we follow him. We follow him because we see ourselves in him, and because we can also achieve things like that.
That's beautiful. I think that's wow. I think everybody, that's it. That's what we do. You heard it here first, folks. If you have not given your life over to your Lord and Savior Buggy, listen, learned apostle.
The man with the legend.
Yes, the man with the legend. Learned apostle Hime is ready to bring you on over to the winning side. We could come up with like a goofy way to end it, though. Do you have any closing thoughts?
I can't wait to have y'all in the Buggy Church army in my cult. We're gonna raise an army, guys. It's us against the world.
What are you raising that army for? Like, gee, this is the second time
Just
you
to
mentioned
work,
that.
just to worship Buggy. That's it. Admiration. Everybody has a Buggy shrine at home. Actually, no, for real. Like, yeah, I'm very happy I was able to come here. This is like our first actual collab. So
Yeah.
you're a very cool person, obviously.
Thank you.
I still feel like I'm a baby YouTuber. So
Same.
I love getting on collabs and like collabing with others. So I feel honored and blessed and happy to be here. So thank you so much.
Gracie. Now I'm honestly gonna see you in the Church of Buggy, so thank you for that. Like I said, everybody check out Hime. This was hilarious. Thank you for stopping by, and we can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye bye.